building, another business spotlight. I'm here with a very special guest. Joe, how you doing?
Good, dude. How you doing?
Good, man. Can't complain. You know, it's gray skies and whatnot outside, but you know, we got sunshine in the spirit.
Hell yeah.
Sunshine in the spirit. So this is one of the first business spotlights, and the first question I wanted to ask was, what is your business, and where did your inspiration come from with the business?
So I run Mojo's Miscellaneous. It's a pop-up catering service, basically just like food service business here in Syracuse. I do market pop-ups. I pop up out of restaurants and bars. Cater when I can. Just like any place I can make food, I'll make food.
Okay.
And I got the inspiration from a number of things. I think growing up, in a big Sicilian household, food is love. So we just like learned to share food. And when I went down to music college, actually in Florida, I really fell in love with specifically cooking Asian food in a couple different restaurants that I was working at, and I really just got bitten by the bug. Was cooking every night. I also moved down there with my sister, who is vegan. So, I would come home from school and I would want to make us dinner, and obviously, I can't just cook for myself. So I'm cooking for her, and I'm learning all these different techniques and cooking vegan food. So it just got me real inspired once I moved back here to not only want to do my own thing, but to serve the vegans in Syracuse and to do something new that I think a lot of people have not tried, which is just like really flavorful, like intensely delicious food that also just happens to be vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was one of the biggest things that stuck out to me, because I'm like, vegan tacos. I was at the Keep Going market, and I was looking, and I'm like, okay, that looks pretty good. I'm like, let me try it, and it was really good.
Thank you, dude.
Nobody would even know that it was vegan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the whole point, because I'm not vegan myself, so I feel like because of that, I know what kind of flavors to look for, and I also just know that vegans are sick of like black beans in a tortilla and calling it a vegan taco. You want something like meaty and with a lot of texture and just a lot of flavor.
I agree, and that's like you said, that food is love. When it kind of makes me think like sometimes when you eat, you ever started eating and you kind of just start dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
Food can really, food brings people together, brings family together, brings people together. So I feel like it has so much power.
Yeah.
Within just making the food and having people come together with the food. Like food is really powerful.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
How long have you been in business for?
This is, I think, technically my 4th year. I mean, really, if you want to get technical about it, this is my first year truly like as a business, with my LLC, with everything all tightened up. But I started this just out of my house on Instagram 4 years ago, just doing basically like home deliveries.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, doing that and then going to markets and selling sauces and shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fire. What's your favorite sauce?
I have two, because it's really hard to pick in between the two, but they are my two most popular for sure, which is my salsa verde, just like simple, just peppers, onions, and tomatillos, which is, I think, just a green salsa is not something that you get in Syracuse a lot.
Yeah.
And my Korean barbecue sauce, which is one of my favorite sauces I ever had. I had it for the first time when I went to the restaurant in Orlando that really got me the bug, really made me start cooking. They had the most delicious Korean double fried wings that I've had in my entire life. I never had anything like that. And I was just like, I'm gonna learn how to make that sauce. And I would try again and again to try to reverse engineer that sauce, and they came out so good. I love that sauce so much.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man. I definitely gotta try. I didn't get a chance to try it at the market, but now I gotta.
No, dude.
Now I gotta
Next time.
spin back. Yeah.
Next time for sure.
Yep. So the next question I want to go into is what did you have to overcome in the beginning that you was able to approach the problem, and you ended up overcoming the problem that made your business into what it is today?
I would say, for me, I really do try, I think coming from, my grandparents are like straight off the boat Sicily, so they just had to figure their own stuff out, as as they went along. And I think I like even subconsciously or like ancestrally do the same thing. So at first, I didn't think about any kind of problem. I just went in with it and was just like, I'm just going to try to make food and sell it in any way that I can. The first problem I think would just be, you know, your own fears of like, is this going to work? Are people going to like it? And I just kept listening to myself and my friends, my family around me that just were like, your stuff is good. I want your stuff. I would pay for your food. And that just like kept me going. And then honestly, it was just all the logistical stuff. Trying to serve food in places where you usually aren't able to serve food, or just, you know, doing anything your own way is going to be a problem to the powers that be, basically.
Yeah.
So I think just like figuring out how to do what I want to do and then do it the right way, I think was a bit of a struggle at first, just because I don't do well with rules, honestly. But I don't know. I think just like in time, you know, just like listening to my other friends who are chefs and business owners, and just making sure that I did everything the right way, and contenting the people of the city and just doing everything right, really just like helped me move along in a real steady pace.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of paperwork and, like you said, logistics and LLC and
stuff that I'm not really good at. I'm good at the creative, you know, not the logistical. So it was definitely hard for me, for my ADHD brain, to just like sit down and sign papers and to get everything settled. But yeah, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, 100%. It seems like it was well worth it.
Hell yeah.
You know, tying back to that first part of, you know, your answer, I feel like it's super important to have people around you that either are able to see your vision, are able to motivate you, or tell you what you need to hear. Because a lot of times people tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear.
Yeah.
So having someone around, you know, whether that's a family member or a friend, is super important and, you know, really crucial for growth in business, because business can be, you know, a lot of times business can get depressing at times, you know, it can get slow at times.
100%.
You know, and you never really know what a person can say that would, oh, I'm doubling down on this. The day, you know, I'm pretty sure you've thought about quitting sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
You know?
And honestly, especially times like right now, like a really good friend of mine who's helped me through is my dude Caleb, who runs Hermits. It's a food truck and a pop-up as well. He, you know, we just got into a really awesome restaurant space and a bar, and it's, you know, it's great to have a space, but like this month has been hard for the both of us. I mean, for me, markets and pop-ups, you know, no one wants to go out in New York in the winter. It's cold, you just want to stay home.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to run a business, especially a food business, where margins are already slim in the winter, is really, really hard.
Yeah.
So it gets depressing for sure. But yeah, having like even us two doing such similar shit and being able to pump each other up is incredible. It's like exactly what you need.
Yeah.
To be able to just like get through and keep your mind right.
100%. And you know, they say that you're some of the 5 most people you hang around, you know, and having someone that's in a similar situation and someone that wants to keep the ball rolling, someone that wants to continue to push things forward, I feel like that's so crucial. And you know, especially in business, like I don't know many business owners that don't hang around other business owners, you know. It's just like it's only gonna last for so long, or it's only gonna be a certain amount of time before you have to go be around different people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So another question I wanted to go into is, how do you stay balanced through, you know, the business, through like balance in life, you know, good work-life business balance? How do you stay balanced, or what are some things that you get into to keep you balanced?
It's definitely rough. It can be kind of hard, especially I feel like I am either like a sprinter or a rester. You know, I go really hard and then I kind of just like need time to chill afterwards. But I think with that, like one of the things that keeps it balanced is just the fact that I prioritize rest as much as I can. You know, I mean, if there's a week where you've got 2 events and you also have to do a delivery and do all this, like you gotta do what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, like I really try my best not to hyperextend, and whenever I find time, I'm chilling. I really rarely like go to the afters and hang afterwards after an event or something because like I know I gotta clean up and I gotta
reset.
I gotta reset. I gotta put my feet up. I gotta chill. So I know that's a huge part of it. And also just like, I don't know. I think when you do something creative, I honestly kind of hate the old verbiage of like, if you love what you do, you never work a day. Everything is work. Work is work.
Yeah.
I don't want to make a dinner tomorrow, but I have to because I'm going to get paid for it and, and this and that. But like, I don't know. Within that, the fact that, if you're able to basically create this life and this business where you do get to at least live out part of your passion and be creative in the ways that you are making money,
Yes.
it makes it way easier at the end of the day to be like, okay, I have to do this, but also I get to do this.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I know that I'm going to feel really, really good doing this thing because I get to share what I love.
Yeah, and I feel like right there, that's a mindset shift because sometimes, a lot of times, we aren't really as grateful sometimes for the things that we have. We see the next person or another, person doing something else or doing something different or maybe in a, in a different position than us, and it's like we have to learn to not say I have to do stuff. Like we wake up, we didn't have to wake up. Yeah, we didn't. God didn't have to wake us up today, but He woke us up. So
Exactly.
by the grace of God, we get up and go chase our dreams and do the things that we have to do.
Exactly.
And to touch on dreams, what is some advice that you would give to the younger generation that's watching?
I would say just do the damn thing. It's so easy, especially right now, because like within the internet age, you have so many opinions, you have so many people telling you the right way to do things, and that's all just BS. There is no right way to do things. I think the biggest piece of advice that I got from another chef friend of mine, Lavinia, who also runs her own thing and was, when I met her, it was also on the precipice of my own, just trying to see how I can do a pop-up, and I just saw her cooking out of a communal kitchen at a weed party at a huge like weed festival, and which is crazy. And I was just like, this is insane. I like want to do the same thing. And she was like, cool, you should just do it. Just find any way that you can and do it.
Yeah.
Everything else will figure itself out.
Yeah.
But you just have to like take the first step and, draw that drawing, make that first piece of clothing, put that first thing in the pan.
Yep.
Like, you just have to get yourself to do it, and then you can figure out everything after.
Yep. Execution.
Yeah.
Execution. When it comes to planning, we can all plan until we're blue in the face, but
and we get stuck in it. You get stuck so much in the planning. It's like, okay, well this and then this has to be completely right. And this, no, you have to just like, okay, the first couple times, might be a little shitty. Like it might not work out exactly the way that you want it to, but then you can learn from it and you can see what's going to work out of that.
Yeah.
And move on.
Yep.
Just keep getting better.
I agree. I agree. Well, I definitely appreciate the words of insight. I appreciate you, taking the time out of your day to meet with us, do a business spotlight. And, just want to say thank you for coming. And I'm hoping that everybody was able to get some good value. And, yeah, appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, dude.
Yes, sir, of course. Yes, sir, let's
Fire,
get her
dude.
done. We got...
Good vibe, dude. Good questions.
I appreciate it.